So why a conference on anti-Semitism in France? The shooting in Toulouse last March of Jewish school children and their professor really brought home to people the extent to which anti-Semitism is a problem in France today. But we had actually been planning this conference for about a year before that. And one of the reasons is that France is really on the front line of anti-Semitism in the world, of what they're calling the new anti-Semitism. It has the largest community of Jews in Europe and the third largest in the world after the US and Israel. It also has the largest community of Muslims in Europe, and a lot of the violence against Jews has been perpetrated by radical Islamists. That was the case in Toulouse. So we wanted to organize a conference that would try to shed light on the current situation, the current threats facing Jews, but also try to put those threats into historical perspective. So France has a long history of anti-Semitism, unfortunately, but also a long history of positive treatment toward Jews. And we want to try to highlight both sides, all sides of that question in the conference. We have 4 panels in the conference. The first panel is going to be on the 19th century, so on the historical origins of the question. And we have some various speakers, including myself, who will be talking about that. The second panel is focused on the Holocaust and especially on the politics of Holocaust memory in France. So there are big debates today about victim culture, whether Jews have a monopoly on victimhood in France because of the Holocaust, and about the general French obsession with remembering the Holocaust. So that's going to be the topic of panel 2. The third panel is on writers and intellectuals and how they have confronted the problem of anti-Semitism. And that's going to be looking a little bit historically at writers and intellectuals from Émile Zola through Jean-Paul Sartre and into the present also. So how French intellectuals, including some Jewish intellectuals in France, have confronted the current threat facing Jews. And then finally, the last panel of the day will look squarely at the current threat facing Jews, at what they're calling the new anti-Semitism in France. And it's going to be asking, first of all, how new is the new anti-Semitism? Does it have links to these older models that we've looked at earlier in the day? And then trying to put a finger on exactly what is new about it and what is different. And then perhaps suggesting some possibilities for the best ways to confront it.